So my picks were Alice in Chains, Facelift versus Dirt. Facelift came out August 21st, 1990, and Dirt came out September 29th, 1992. So fairly close dates as
Hmm.
far as in the year goes, but 2 years apart.
Pretty pretty normal for that time. You'd record an album, release it,
Start of the year.
tour, come back, record, release, tour.
Oh yeah,
Which
yeah, because
I
that's
I didn't know Dirt was Lane Staley's last tour. I found that out by reading Wikipedia.
was it his last tour, really?
Yeah, they released
They didn't tour for
Tripod or whatever, but the dog album.
the
But I guess they
just
didn't.
self-titled.
Yeah, I guess they didn't tour for that.
I did not know that, but huh. That's their last
I
album
mean,
to feature
Wikipedia
Lane.
could be
Yeah.
wrong. I mean, they don't
I
always get
doubt
it
it.
right,
There's a lot of no, I mean
but I'm sure a
I
fan probably typed that out. In all honesty, like a
yeah,
diehard.
it would make sense because I know he kind of went like he just kind of disappeared after like he was
Lost
very
his shit.
the drug use was bad and he like he said in an interview before he had died like he said I'm not doing it to get high, I'm just doing it to stay alive. Like he was that
He
bad
was so
off.
sick.
Yeah, it sucked, man, because Lane Staley, like, still one of my favorite top five vocalists for me, and Alice in Chains is one of my
Talented
favorite
dude,
bands.
dude.
Yeah, I mean, he was great. He wrote Angry Chair, which we'll talk about. Very simple, but it's but
Yeah.
it's good. Yeah, he was. Yeah, it's a bummer, but Jerry
And
Cantrell.
I make a note and I say, when I'm asking questions in my notes, I'm actually asking questions because when it's your choices for these, like, I don't always, I mean, I know quite a bit. I knew all the member names and everything, but I didn't know, like, and I knew obviously Lane Staley had bad drug problems but I don't know, like what mindset or what period he was on the drugs or if it was just the whole time. I don't know the entire backstory behind the band. So
Yeah,
you might know the answer to some of my questions, is what I'm getting at. In a your pipes in your yard kind of story
yeah. I'll
way.
get through it in a way. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, and a fun fact before we start. Not really. It's not fun, but one of the people who got it's kind of dark to talk about, but Al Jorgensen of Ministry, one of my
Mm-hmm.
favorite bands, Ministry, he was a heroin user. He was just a needle user, but mostly heroin with everything else mixed in for like 20 years. I read his autobiography and it's amazing, but he said Lane back in the day, I think it was early Alice in Chains, he saw Al shooting up and he's like, hey man, I want to try that because I guess he was just smoking heroin at the time or snorting it, one of the two. And he was like, you don't need to try this, kid.
You don't want
And he was like,
anything
nah,
to do
I
with this
want to.
boy.
Yeah, yep. He wanted to try it, and so Al was like, I hope I wasn't. I think I might have been the dude who. Like, I'm not taking credit for it, but I hope I'm not the guy who got him started on the needle.
Yeah.
Because once you go there, you can't. It's just like you're. I mean,
That's a tough one to recover from.
yeah, because there's no way you're never going to get that high off anything else. You're putting it right into your vein. It's going straight to your bloodstream. You're
That's
insta high.
that one I just don't I never understood it.
Yeah. I knew my boundaries, man. I knew if I did that, deal sealed because
Yeah, it's
be too
over.
good. And I think that's with anybody who has a preference
I think
to
you're
a
too high
drug to do
maintenance
that.
to do heroin.
Yeah, dude, I can't. I'm too clean and
Yeah.
like I can't do
You
that.
have cardigan sweaters and
Chapstick.
shit.
Yeah, no heroin. Well, I can hide my needle marks that way.
That's true. Yeah.
But no, I just couldn't. And I'm not joking about any of that stuff. I'm
No,
just
no, no.
saying
I'm
it's
not
like,
either. I'm just saying
no, I know.
I couldn't see you doing
No, it's too much work for me.
that.
It's too, and I would have to have like fucking. I know how I am. I'd be like OCD about how I would shoot up. I'd
and
be like,
and we've and we've talked about it on here before, so I think it's kind of safe to say it. And again, if you I can cut it if you don't. I think I did last time, but I don't remember. I didn't really know you when you were doing anything like that.
You did. You did.
Well,
I was
you were on the back end of it.
Yeah, well, I had it hidden very well. It was just very it was very casual, just kind of keeping me going.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was. But yeah, kitchens especially, man, just
There were
keeps you.
times when I could tell you were on something, but I mean, it wasn't like you couldn't do
I'm
your
not like,
job. Yeah, you weren't like in a
yeah,
dark closet.
it's just wired to the fucking max.
Yeah.
Yeah. A hot dark closet with
Yeah.
a light, a hot dark closet with a light on, so it's technically not dark. Yeah, it's you just kind of um I don't know, you just got to know your boundaries. But yeah, that's the problem. But
Or
anyways,
just don't do it at all.
or it really just don't do it at
Yeah.
all. But yeah, if you're gonna, yeah,
This is
that's
all
probably the
getting cut
best.
out.
Yeah, that's the best way to say it. But anyways, all right. So to start with the albums, we'll start with Facelift, which because it's the first
Yeah, I
album.
was gonna say that's 90, right? I don't know
Yeah,
why the whole time I was thinking it was 92 and 94.
I always thought Dirt was 90. I always thought Dirt was 93 and Facelift was 91. So I'm about a year off, but it's 90 and 92. Yeah. And actually the Dirt, I have the CD, but the Dirt that I listened to was the 2022 remaster.
On Apple Music?
Spotify.
Spotify. Okay, I listened to the 2022 on Apple.
Because they got rid of the original.
Hey, before we start on Facelift, I looked at the track listing on Wikipedia. Hang on. Let me get I scrolled down for some reason. And it had It Ain't Like That and then Love Hate Love. But on Apple Music it was opposite.
Hmm.
So I didn't know which way you had it.
Which way did I listen to it? Oh, that's on Facelift. It was Love Hate Love and then It Ain't Like That.
Okay, so I have an asterisk, so I'll try to remember to flip it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so Facelift kicks off with We Die Young. Chunky riffage and bass with a spooky ooh. Great opening track to kick off the album. Jerry lays it down with a little solo, probably on his Strat. Lane has the perfect voice. Not much to say here because I like this song a lot, but it's just a good heavy opener, a good pace. It's see, they're considered grunge, but there's moments where they're grunge and there's moments where they're just heavy alternative. And
I
this
make
is
a
kind
few notes.
of that.
Yeah, based on that.
This one's
Thing.
kind of a good blend in a way. Mostly like the guitar tone is almost like, to me it's like a grunge guitar tone, because Jerry's guitar tone was very, it's like distorted but not overly, I don't even know how to describe it, but his guitar techniques are just like, he's just a blues guy, man. He
Yeah,
grew up listening to blues.
he's
But
really good, and you can tell that. Make
yeah,
note of that too.
Jerry Cantrell's a kick-ass fucking guitarist, and I
Yeah.
love his solo albums too.
Yeah.
And I still like Alice in Chains, even though Lane's gone. But
Yeah, they were just over by you last week.
and I wanted to go. I wanted to go so bad, and the tickets went up, and I didn't get them early. And I like to sit in a seat. You know, if I go see one of my favorite bands, I like to be in a seat. You know.
Yeah.
But anyways, We Die Young. It's a killer track. It kind of makes you. Just a lot of their lyrics and content was dark, and this kind of, and we die young,
Which in its own way is dark, but it's
but it's
more
not the
upbeat.
darkest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Them Bones on Dirt.
Damn bones.
This song is actually in 7/4 time. Chromatic power chords with some flair and 7/4 time. Love the guitar work on all of their stuff, making Jerry one of my all-time favorites. You hear the signature vocal harmonies here, along with most of their songs. Very catchy work, and the chorus. No wonder it's such a hit. I feel gonna end up big old pile of them bones. And you kind of da 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 da. Yeah, I was all off on that, but it's 7/4. Just trust me. All right, your turn.
Okay, We Die Young, great opening riff with the drums, and the great Lane Staley comes in almost right away. Dying Young seems to be a common theme with musicians, especially coming out of the 80s and into the 90s. Very short song. Mine is more like an overall, like how the songs made me feel more so than the music for these albums,
It kind
because
of tends to be how it is, though.
it's more of a feeling I get from it, because I don't know, it's just
You catch a feeling off these
I've
albums.
never really deep dive on them, and it was a rude awakening.
Yeah,
Them
a little
Bones.
different.
Them Bones, right out of the gate, in your face. This is one of those songs that seemed to be everywhere in the 90s and into the 2000s even. Cool song, just one of those that you should know. Like
Yeah,
I feel like it was on movies, it was in video games. I feel like it was in
yeah.
wrestling at one point.
Them Bones was every. It was on
It
Guitar
was
Hero. Yeah.
it was on that, yeah, it was everywhere. So, I mean, songs like that, and the next one, it's like it seems like these songs are everywhere and everybody should know them. If you don't, then you're not either listening or watching this if you don't know the hits of this band.
Yeah. This one for me, like We Die Young, I think it's just a fucking cool song overall. And the chorus is it's just all of their choruses have a good hooky catch to it,
Mm-hmm.
catchy hook to them.
Almost even poppy, because
Even
I mean
poppy, yeah.
because if it's not catchy, then it's not pop, and it's not
And it's
poppy if
not on
it's
the
not catchy.
radio.
Yeah,
But I gotta go Them Bones here just because it's Them Bones and I
I
Feel So
like We Die
Alone,
Young,
gonna end up big.
honestly,
I do too,
because
man.
that
I
was the
do
first
too.
thing I listened to at 8:30 this morning when I got to work, and I was like, oh shit,
I
yeah.
mean, I could easily pick that song.
I mean, it's your call. I like both.
I gotta go Them Bones, although We Die Young is a very, very close second.
Okay,
And it's the only place it can be in is second in this
right.
one. But it
If you're
is
not
very
first, you're
like
last.
if somebody was like, you have to pick We Die Young, I'd be like, okay, cool. It's
Yeah.
just as good. So all right. And then on Facelift, we have Man in the Box, the Alice in Chains song. Yeah. This song hits my soul every time I listen to it. The diminished chug that drives the song and beat, followed by the harmonized talk box lick and Lane's hums. You got the talk box lick and him are in sync doing that. The chorus sounds like Lane is giving it his all and feeling the lyrics. Jerry sings the follow up line to each statement in the chorus. You know, Jesus Christ, deny your maker. He who try will be wasted. I'll feed my eyes. Now you saw them shut. All right. So, anyways. And then when he does that one that's like a little more drawn out towards the end. Jesus Christ. Fuck, it hits me so hard. I love those lyrics, dude. It gives me
You guys about
goosebumps
to
every
take his
time.
dick out.
It's fucking 20 feet, dude. Jerry sings the fall blind at each statement. Of course, the solo rips a nice bluesy tone, as do most of them. The drums pound along just right. The bass plays subtle blues walks. Why walking that bass during the pre-chorus?
Take it for a walk.
And it thumps along for the rest of the song. Absolute perfection. Yeah, the bluesy like da 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 da. But the pre-chorus, the bass is going do 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 like straight blues. So that's Man in the Box. One of the, I mean, their best song ever of theirs. Damn That River. First of all, let me preface this by saying if this wasn't up against Man in the Box, I love Damn That River as well. Chromatic power chords again, giving that Alice in Chains feel. Bass continues. Here we go.
Oh.
Bass continues them. Oh,
This
bass continues them.
That was a great YouTube short, by the way.
Yeah, it was a good one. Bass continues them while the guitar leads through the verse. Yeah, the bass is going do 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 do, and the guitar is going. This is an iconic Alice in Chains song that isn't really a hit. Bridge and solo are super fucking sweet. All of the notes align perfect. Killer track to jam.
Good.
That's yeah, that's that.
Okay. Hey, this one you don't have to listen to the song while I'm talking. So far.
Towards the end, I'll have to reminisce a little bit. Yeah.
All right. Man in the Box, classic.
Or some I don't know.
Jerry's
Yeah.
crying guitar and Lane singing harmony or humming with it. Catchy song. No wonder everyone knows it. This is the Alice in Chains song. Simple yet effective drumming. I feel like the drumming on these albums both get overlooked.
Yeah.
Um,
Sean
like
Kinney.
I said, it's simple, but it's there and it keeps you going.
Yep.
Has an excellent groove. Some of these songs I compare later on to some other things. Lane had some pipes. Love the backing vocals from Jerry as well.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I mean, just it's there. It's so good. It blends together very well.
Yeah.
Damn That River, great song. Love the structure of it. But after a song like Them Bones, I could see someone usually probably in this area skipping the track just to get to the hits. I like it, but I also like a lot of album tracks that most people just skip. Love the solo. Sounds like Slash and Ace Frehley had a baby, and his name is Jerry Cantrell.
That's a good. I like that. It is slashy as well as Ace Frehley.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's part of his inspiration.
Yeah.
This one, I mean, Man in the Box is. Damn That River is a cool ass
It's a
song,
cool
dude. But when
song,
you when
but
you pit it
there's
up
a couple
against,
of them where you're like, fuck, like Them Bones,
yeah,
Man in the Box is gonna win. Later on, there's a couple more that's like they're gonna win
the
because
winners.
they're the ones that people know.
Yeah, well, and they're good. See, that's the thing. I'm good with picking against the ones
We've
people
done it.
know.
We've done it in the past on this
Yeah,
show.
but it's when Alice in Chains' best songs are also the ones people like. They're also very good. They're the
Yeah.
songs people know, but they're also very fucking good
Yeah.
songs. So yeah, Man in the Box is the winner here. Damn That River, great song, but Man in the Box is just like every bit of that song can just
I
like
picked against King of the Nighttime World on Destroyer, which is one of my favorite songs of
I'm the
Kiss,
king of the nighttime.
because
Whoa.
the other song, even though it was just an album track, was technically better.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Sea of Sorrow. The guitar line at the start almost sounds like a piano. This song has many twists and turns. The opening chords progress to a faster feeling beat with guitar chords ringing out. You open fire picks up the pace even more, leading to a full-on blues chord section. The chorus peaks with a great hook from the boys. Round two brings an awesome solo from Jerry. This is a lesser played gem, which I think back in the early 90s, it was always on their set list, obviously. But yeah, Sea of Sorrow is a cool fucking song.
This song might have my most notes of the whole thing.
Oh, really? Okay.
But go to the next one.
Rain When I Die. This one is the signature Alice in Chains sound packaged all in one. Harmony vocals, some fat lick from Jerry, chunky bass, great drumming, catchy, hooky chorus, all the components. Lane's voice hits just right, especially in the chorus. That man could belt out anything and everything and sound great. Lane and Jerry are so in sync vocally that it sounds double tracked by Lane. They both, that's the great part too, is their vocal harmonies they do are awesome, and it's like that's their signature thing. But Jerry and Lane, like Jerry could sing a song and it would sound like Lane, and vice versa, like even still to this day. So yeah,
That, I think a lot of that came from their Kiss influence.
probably, yeah,
I think that's where they
it
got
probably
it
did
from.
the
Honestly,
Gene and Paul thing.
the
Yeah,
switch offs.
yep.
Okay, Sea of Sorrow, cool bluesy slide open.
Bam, bam, bam. One. Go ahead.
As my castle crumbles with time, I think of you. I love that line. And you said a line from this one too. So anytime there's a line that stands out to us, that's usually a giveaway.
Yeah.
Music has more of an 80s vibe. I know it's 90, but it's got more of that 80s.
Yeah, it does. It does.
With the vocals giving it, the music sounds more like an 80s vibe, but the vocals give it more of that early 90s grunge. This is what the 90s are going to sound like. Uh, Sounds like a song that could have been on GNR Use Your Illusion 1 or 2. Badass
Mhm.
solo, of course, from Jerry. Is this another one of those albums where the bass is under everything so much it's inaudible?
Mm,
Because it's
yeah,
kind of just flowing with everything. You
it
made mention
is.
in the last one.
Yeah, yeah.
Where am I at?
Rain when
This
I die.
this is the worst part about typing it out because then I got to scroll for fucking 6 hours. Rain When I Die. A lot of wah wah on that riff. A nice groove. So far, they are closer to Pantera on this album. That's where I say
Wow.
more of another band than
Yeah.
the grungy sound on Facelift. But of course, it could just be to this point because I haven't heard the album tracks on these albums. So,
Yeah. All right. Um,
but the Rain When I Die, I got also not just Pantera, but I got a lot of the Kiss Carnival of Souls album that I had you listen to.
yeah, it's definitely got that. Yeah. It
I
definitely
think
got
I
that going
think
on.
Kiss may have ripped a little Alice in Chains
That's what I
off a
was gonna
little
say.
bit.
They were kind of after. Well, yeah, because that was their like grunge album. Their '90s album. Sorry,
Yeah.
and non
Well,
'90s
no,
music was
no,
similar.
they recorded it in '94. It didn't come out until '97.
Yeah, yeah. So it was right in the peak of that time,
The
which is
original lineup had already reunited by the time that album came out.
which it's funny. Grunge is so big, but dude, like by '94, '95, it was already pretty much
It was
dying
already
off.
done.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
it's
done.
crazy.
Okay. I go Sea of Sorrow because that fucking when you wallow in the
I
sea
really
of
like that one.
sorrow. Dude, it's so fucking good, man. And of
Really
course they're
is.
harmonizing. Yeah, Sea of Sorrow is a killer song, man. Okay, Bleed the Freak, Facelift. Picked chords haunt the intro. Sounds like Lane and Jerry sing it. An off kilter jam plays for the verse. Chorus comes with that great layout of music and vocal harmony. Uh, Name your God and bleed the freak. I'd like to see how you all would bleed for me. That's what I wrote down. Just, just those, not necessarily the lyrics, but the delivery of it. I fucking love it. Dark shit. Solo rips as always, and then a little bridge to mellow out to. Chorus takes us out. Dark killer song, and I
I
think
feel like if we have any like comments on the solo, we should just leave it out because it's obvious.
it's always like yeah. Solo rips. Solo's
Duh.
cool. Solo's good. Yeah.
Jerry is God.
Yeah.
I did read because I just realized what you said in Sea of Sorrow, that it sounded like piano. I read on Wikipedia on that song that Sean Kinney plays piano.
I believe
So
that could
maybe it's
be
just real light under it.
synchronized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bam, bam,
And I forgot to
bam,
mention it when you
wah.
read. So
It could be because it sounds very piano,
yeah.
like, but just enough to make
Yep.
it sound like a piano. Up against Down in a Hole from Dirt. Very dark song, but musically about perfect. Beautiful chords plucked with subtle bass and just enough drums. He delivers the chorus so well it makes you hurt. Song makes me feel like I'm in a hole myself. Uh, I tried to fly, but my wings have, yeah. I tried to fly, but my wings have been so denied. Is sung perfect. Amazing song. This one is one I don't have to have a ton of notes on, but Down in a Hole, just another one where it's like if I'm having a fucking rough day,
I
I can
think
just
this is
listen
when
to
I
it.
started texting you, is when I got to that song.
Probably because it's very like what you
Or
were
it might have
texting
been
me.
the one after. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
find out here in a second. Bleed the Freak. Opening almost sounds like Marilyn Manson's cover of Sweet Dreams. I love comparing songs to other songs. Even if it's just like the slightest, it'll pop in my head and I'm like, oh wait, that sounds like
It's your thing,
yeah,
yeah.
it's kind of my shtick.
It's your
Uh
shtick.
then Jerry's guitar whines in the distance. I love that. Uh And it starts to open up with a fresh feel when Lane comes in. Sean Kenny is a solid drummer,
Hmm.
underrated. I like that word around here.
Yeah.
Obviously, listening to this band in the 90s, I was more about the guitar and vocals, but here I am very impressed with the drumming. And then there's a thunder effect somewhere in the song I noticed, and I had to make a note about it for some reason. Oh, why do people ask me stupid questions via text message?
I understand.
Fucking idiot.
Happens to me a lot.
Somebody just texted me and asked me if Aaron Judge is in the lineup, and he leads off, and he's in the batter's box right now.
Oh,
Um,
nice. Couldn't tell, I guess.
yeah. Oh, is that Aaron Judge? Yeah, he's the only 6'7" guy on the roster. Down in the hole. Intro has a little blues, jazz, Eagles feel, but then it kind of darkens up a little bit, a lot of it.
Yeah.
Man, this band is influenced by everything and they can play anything. It takes so much talent to be able to have an abundance of different styles. Very impressive. And then kind of grungy vocals. Whereas usually it's the other way, like the music is kind of more grungy and the vocals are a little more clean. But here,
Yeah.
because it's a darker song, the vocals are grungy.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
But
this
yeah, I
one's
don't. The Beatles or the Eagles thing threw me off.
yeah.
What the fuck is this? I
This
said
one
that a lot actually. What the fuck is this? Every time a
what the
song started, I'm like, huh? It
oh,
sounded like
just because
something
of the
else I knew, you know?
yeah, yeah. They the influences really shine with them. It's kind of a tough one because "Bleed the Freak" is a song I really like.
Well, and you wrote a lyric from it,
A lyric, exactly. But "Down in a Hole" is also just a really
and I
cool
think you
song.
did. You write a lyric for "Down in the Hole" too.
I did, so it's like a tie.
Mm,
But "Down in a Hole," the unplugged performance is killer,
yeah,
and
I want to watch that because I
it's a good
forgot
one.
how
It's a
good
good
that
one.
one was.
Yeah, and Lane's pretty. He's pretty up there when he's
Yeah,
performing.
I
He
remember
hits.
watching it when I was a kid, and like
Yeah,
that guy
it's
doesn't seem to be too happy to be there.
it's a killer performance though. It is
Yeah.
good. And the guitar, fun fact there, on one of the, I think it's is it Mike Starr or Mike Inez? One of them was Mike Starr was still
For
with them
which one?
for
Unplugged?
Unplugged.
It would have
Yeah.
been Inez.
Oh, Inez. Okay.
Because Mike Starr got fired on the Dirt tour.
Okay.
I
Um,
just did all this research
I
today,
think I
so
think it was him or Jerry, but they had "Friends Don't Let Friends Get Friends" haircuts on their guitar, and they were referencing Metallica because they had just cut their hair.
oh yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that part. Yeah,
"Friends Don't Let Friends Get Friends" haircuts.
yeah, that's funny,
Yeah.
dude. When
Okay.
Metallica cut their hair, that was a big fucking deal.
That was a really big deal, and people did
People were
not fucking like that.
pissed.
Yeah, but I like Load, and
Yeah, I like the
and
albums, but
I like Load. Reload's cool, but it doesn't have as many. Like Load, I can listen to front to back.
yeah,
I'm into that.
loads again.
I gotta go down in a hole here just
Dropping a
because
load.
it's just a Bleed the Freak again. It's kind of one of those where like it's hard to put them against each other, but like Bleed the Freak's close second, but Down in the Hole wins.
I
Am
didn't like Bleed the Freak as
I
much
right?
because I got kind of that Manson vibe.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
And
good.
nothing wrong with that. I mean, I like his cover of Sweet Dreams, but
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. It just made me not like the song. I don't know. Maybe just because Marilyn Manson turned out to be such a piece of shit. Which I mean,
Yeah.
I guess we should all saw that coming, honestly. But,
Yeah. Not a
but
huge
yeah,
surprise.
I like both. I like both songs. Down in the Hole was just kind of a bummer, but having that Eagles feel, which I mean, I guess there's some Eagles songs that are a bummer.
I
But
mean, down in the hole's a bummer, but that's what it's for me.
yeah,
Like when
yeah.
I'm in a bummed out mood, that's the perfect
See,
song.
that's how I am, and a lot of people are the opposite. They feel like when they're bummed out, they need to listen to happy music.
No, I like
No,
embracing it.
if I'm fucking upset about something or just fucking depressed,
Yeah.
I want to see how far down in that hole I can get. You know
Yeah,
what I
take me
mean?
deeper.
See what I
Take me
did there?
deeper. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right. I can't remember One that I haven't listened to a lot, bluesy pentatonic riffage. I can't remember this song a whole lot, but I like it. So two statements, the same thing. Very drudgy.
That's what we do
Seems
around here.
seems written during a dark time or something. This has that grunge slash alternative sound all over it with metal sprinkles. And then
That just made me think of your Cold Stone story.
oh, yeah, the sprinkles. Sick Man. Total vibe change musically. Kind of a weird song. Up and down, kind of. Then halfway mark slows down and changes up a bit. Then it goes back to the main Sick Man thing. It's an odd song, not my favorite, but I don't hate it. I guess I just didn't. I guess I really wasn't feeling Sick Man.
I guess you really just didn't give a shit when you made your notes for it. You're just like, it's on, whatever.
Yeah, it's on. Okay, yeah. Let me reminisce on I can't remember because again, I can't remember that song very much.
Do you
I
want me to
just
go ahead and talk?
yeah. Go ahead and
Okay.
talk, and I'll ignore. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
I
Oh
got
yeah,
it.
okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he remembers now. I can't remember. Some acoustic, different sound again. Also, finally, some bass I can hear. There's a riff in there that I really liked. It was just
Yeah,
simple, but it was there, you know. I haven't eaten in days and my eyes are turning gray. I made a lyric note. Weird line, but gives it a dark vibe, which I think is what they were going for on this track and almost every other song they've ever done. Cool whispering background vocals. That's
I'm with you. I'm with you.
and then Sick Man.
Sick
Songs are
Man.
songs are longer on this record.
Yeah.
Assuming that had a lot to do with the success of Facelift. What the fuck? Seriously? Now they sound like White Zombie. What is this band? They are all over the fucking place. Those are my notes. Similar to your Sick Man notes.
Yeah,
Pretty
just kind of like
simple.
what's happening here. Okay. I think I'm going I can't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't remember. It's just got I don't know
It's
something more musical about it
I
to me.
remember more of that song than Sick Man.
Sick man. I just remember sick man. Sick man. I don't know.
Dig
I've
through
listened
the
to Dirt.
ditches and burn with the witches.
I've listened to Dirt a lot throughout my life, like since I was a kid. I remember first finding the CD and picking it up and Sick Man, and there's another one on here that's just I'll get to.
I could
But
see that one being one like you were walking down the highway and found it.
yeah, Sick Man.
No,
Or
that just
just the
that
CD
album. Yeah.
because it's dirt. Because it's just
And
dirt.
somebody was listening to it and they just listened to it so much they finally were like, I only like 2 songs on that record.
Yeah, like I can't remember. All right, yeah, I'm good with I can't remember. It's a little more musically showing off. Maybe I
Yeah.
didn't look at Sick Man enough. I don't know, but I'm just it's not my favorite. That's
Eh,
all. Um.
it's our choice.
All right, Love Hate Love. I remember seeing a video on one of their old performances of Love Hate Love.
So
Maybe
this was a definite live track.
yeah, back in the Dizzy. Maybe a breakup song, again with some chilling picked chords, double tracked guitar here. Alice in Chains chord sticks with the picked chord. The dun dun dun. Yeah. Diminished chords rock the chorus. Chords and choruses. Jerry is such an awesome guitarist. Innovative at the time with his style. None really like it. This song kind of runs on a bit long, droning after a while. Hope they sorted out the lady issues.
Can we do something different just for this song?
Yeah.
I want to read mine
Okay, read it.
because it's almost like to the T what you just said.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Slow brooding sound, maybe some teenage angst with a breakup. I wonder if this is an older song or written specifically for this record. Can Jerry Cantrell do anything wrong? Another really cool solo.
Damn, dude. Yeah, that is almost verbatim. Yeah, dude. That's almost verbatim.
That's
what
why I
I
was like,
put.
I have to do it. That's so weird.
Yeah, that is bizarre.
How bizarre? How
How
bizarre?
bizarre. And then we get to Rooster. Another Alice in Chains masterpiece. About Jerry's father in the Vietnam War. Music sets the vibe, and Lane sings perfectly over it. When the chorus hits, he cranks up a notch and he wails, "He ain't gonna die. No, no, no." And he wails, "He ain't gonna die," and such. This is another big one as well. One of my favorite tracks on the album and of their catalog. A banger of a song constructed very, very well. Yeah, Rooster's one of my favorites for sure. It's just, and I know it's one of the big ones, but like I said, their big songs just so happen to also be very good songs. It's typically how it is,
Nothing wrong with that.
but they're the good ones, man. And Rooster's fucking, it's them showing off.
Okay.
Right.
My notes for Rooster, no thanks. Good song, don't get me wrong. I know I'm gonna get hate for this. I've just heard this at every fucking bar
Yeah,
and
I gotcha.
every fucking karaoke night that I've ever been to. I'm good. Again,
that ruins
not
it.
a bad song. It's a great song. I just don't want to hear it ever again. Okay, so when I lived in Fayetteville, or if I came to Fayetteville to visit my sister and friends when they still lived there, we would all go out to we'd go out to Dixon Street. And chances are somebody's gonna have karaoke night. And there's always some drunk fucking frat butt nut that gets up there and decides he's gonna sing fucking Rooster. And he would fucking ruin it. And I'm just like,
because you can't sing like Lane, man.
So, like I said, it's nothing against the song.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
it gives me bad memories.
I gotcha.
Of people ruining and I know karaoke, it's not supposed to be good. I take that shit very seriously.
That's a song. Just don't step up to the plate and try to sing it, because if you have any respect for the band, dude, you can't sing it that way.
Because drunk or not, I know my range, and I'm going to stay in that range.
Exactly.
I'm not going to get out of my comfort zone because I'm not going to embarrass myself.
Yeah,
I'm already drunk. I'm embarrassing myself by being drunk.
You're already embarrassed. You don't need to be any worse.
Yeah. What are you gonna go up there? Oh, I'm gonna sound like shit. I'm drunk, and now I've just pissed or shit myself. And you know what I mean. So and like I said, it's a really good song. Before I started being able to go out and do stuff like that, I liked this song a lot.
Of course,
but it got ruined.
Yeah,
because people were assholes.
Yeah.
It's like Love Shack. I can never hear that song again for the rest of my life and be totally fine. Love Shack. And I like that song. It's fun.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. So, well, inevitably, I have to pick Rooster.
You pick it. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. I would pick it too. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I
was giving my honest opinion on it. It has nothing to do with the song. It's just.
And again, Love, Hate, Love, it's not a bad song. It's just, it goes on a little long, and it's not my favorite. It's not a bad. I shouldn't say that. I like Love, Hate, Love, but it's just not. I have to be in the mood for that song.
Yeah, nothing against Rooster. Shout out to Jerry Cantrell. Shout out to his dad. That's awesome.
Yeah, It's somebody always fuck. I get it. I totally get it. All right. It ain't like that. Picking a chord backwards for that cool sound. Picking a chord backwards for that cool sound, then a bend. That's new back then. Love the guitar tone always. Bass blends in very nicely here. Jerry with those chromatic notes in the verse again. One of those quick choruses. Solos double tracked a bit. The bend is sweet. Vocal harmony per usual. Cool song musically. Didn't focus on the lyrics too much. And then Junkhead. A song about
what that song's about.
Yeah, a song about being a junkie / addict. Basically saying I have a lot of money, and what do you have? I'd like some. Musically, also a great song. One I used to love listening to a lot. This will make you want to use something. They all like to get high, but unfortunately, Lane couldn't kick it. The solo is really cool. Junkhead's a cool song, man. Oh, what have you got?
And apparently, like all the others, it has a cool solo, right?
Well, of course. Yeah, didn't I say that?
Yeah,
the solo is really cool.
Uh,
All of Jerry's work is cool on
it
the
ain't
solo.
like that. Wow, 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 wow. Is my note. There was a sound that made that sound. Weird how everything on this album has the same vibe, but very different at the same time. It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense, but it does. Kind of just chugging riff throughout until the solo gets laid down over it. Not a lot to note, just kind of a song you can have on and groove to it. Again, though, the backing vocals really blend and gives them a great sound.
Yeah.
So you kind of noted that as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, I never realized how well they harmonized.
Always.
It's
Like every
it's
song, man.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Junkhead. Now we're talking a little heavy, a little dark. Love the bass on this track. Just kind of putting out the vibes. Imagine this song is about drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. That's my notes.
Simple and effective.
Yeah. Oh,
This one's tough because I like It Ain't Like That and that cool, like, backwards picking with the bend that I mentioned a couple times. And then the solos, of course, are
the
pretty cool.
bend.
The bend. And then Junkhead, I also just really like that song. Uh,
It's a cool song.
it's a cool song. He's just putting it out in the open. Hey, I don't go broke and I do it a lot. Uh, I don't know, man. This is a hard one to pick. Honestly, it is because they're both like they're not. They're both kind of songs that are just there. They're not like standout. I mean, Junkhead's pretty standout for other reasons,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
The
I think I need some
imagery
help
that it
picking
gives
here.
you.
Yeah, yeah. I just think I need a little help
Um,
picking here. Which one made you feel less dirty? It ain't like that.
it ain't like that, but I like that on Junkhead. I said now we're talking, and it's a
Yeah.
little heavy, a little dark. That I said love the bass. Like when I say stuff like that, it makes me think it. I like the song
Your
more.
mic was tripping. It was
Oh,
like,
sorry.
okay,
It's probably
there we
because I
go.
was playing with it.
Yeah, I
Um,
heard what you said though.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm good
I
with
think
Junkhead.
I think Junkhead.
Okay, well, let's go with Junkhead. I'm good with it. I remember blasting that song, and I was like, I like this song.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, dude.
All right, Sunshine, blues
Oh,
rocking.
before you start, Tommy saw the short of you talking. We were talking about Steve-O, and when you did
Yeah,
his Manscaped ad, he was
yeah.
like, "It's so funny the way he says balls."
The way
Like,
I say balls.
yeah, doing it like
Yeah,
Steve-O. He was
she's like
like,
balls, dude.
"It's your balls."
Your
I know he
balls.
talked about it for like 20 minutes. It was pretty
I'm
funny.
glad he got a. I'm glad I got a pop out of it.
Yeah,
Sunshine, blues rockin', grunge blues, as they say, because they say that.
that's what the
Lane's,
kids are saying these days.
yeah, Lane spouts off the verse nicely over that verse lick. It fits well. That mid song chorus is sweet. The lyrical spot after is a nice shine for Lane as well. This could have been a hit, I think. Very hooky chorus and the guitar licks through the song. And
Agreed,
then
it could have been a hit for shout.
yeah, and then Dirt, title track, sweet guitar lick, pentatonic squealing. He wants to be dirty or something. Scrape me from the wall. It's a jam
Ooh.
of a track and makes me feel dirt in parentheses why
Eh,
dirty.
eh.
Makes me feel dirty, but oh, I just stopped. Makes me feel dirty, but that's the end of my notes on that one. All right. Okay, go ahead. Carry on.
Like nothing ever
Okay.
happened.
It's like dirt.
Sunshine. I couldn't tell if I was starting an episode of Friends or maybe listening to Billy Joel's You May Be Right. Intro had a weird blend of those two songs. Love the bass in
Yeah.
this one. Passing by you wouldn't notice, but deep dive listening, it's a welcome change. Dirt. A song about death. Jesus Christ. I feel like I should be in a dark closet listening to this. This is when I texted you. I mean, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
it's a good song, but at 35, it makes me sad. Plus, with Lane no longer with us, it makes it even worse.
Yeah. Um,
That song
I
just
mean,
really bummed me out.
yeah, I mean that's a pretty
I was
it's a
at work and
bummer.
I was trying to like have a good day, and it was just like, oh man,
Bow now now, wow now now, wow now now, wow wow now.
yeah,
The
it's
one
good, but
who
it's just
shouldn't
sad.
be. Yeah, I mean it's definitely one of those dark songs. And it's I mean dirt for a reason. This one kind of comes down to like their identity. Do I go dirt because that's their identity and that's who Alice in Chains is? It's like that is the that's the jam. That's them. Dirt. Or it's Sunshine, which is this kind of like late album track that's bluesy, and I mean all the songs are bluesy, but this one's like I mean like you said, Billy Joel and Friends. You know, it's
Sounds
got a
like the
different.
Friends theme, and you may be right, blended.
It's got it's. I mean, I like the guitar work on it though.
Or
Chin to get it down, 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 down. No one told you life was gonna be this way.
if you
You
don't
have
clap,
to
it doesn't
go for
count.
broke. And I'm in the
Damn.
way. You know, we're stuck
Stuck
in
in
second
second
gear.
gear. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, even your year. I'm
I'm
in
in it
there
for
for
you.
you. Oh, we
Get it
both sang the
down, down, and
harmony.
out. Yeah. Yep.
We have
Okay.
wives. We know what we have to do
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
always sing the flat lead.
Yep. I just don't know which one to pick. I mean, I think I got to pick Dirt. I mean, I don't know, man. What do you think? What do you think?
I think you have to pick Dirt. It's the
It's their
band's
identity.
identity.
It's the band's identity. Sunshine is, you know, but then again, this is their first. Sunshine's off their first album. They didn't
Mm.
know who they were yet.
Yeah, that's why, like I said, on the first track or second track, I don't remember what it was. I think it was first. Yeah, it was first because Man in the Box is second. It's got that 80s sound, but like
Yeah.
vocally, Lane is kind of the voice of the 90s. His
Yeah.
style
Yeah.
is the voice of the 90s.
Yeah, I'll go Dirt. All right. Okay. Put You Down. Classic rock and blues again. This one has a poppy radio feel to it, especially that chorus. I say this could have been a hit, actually. Scratch. I say this could have been a hit, actually. Scratch that last one. Upbeat in places. Upbeat in places. He just can't put you down. The put you down, 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 down part fits well with the guitar. It fits very well with the guitar lick. Intentionally or unintentional, it works well. And then Godsmack. This is the one I spoke about earlier. This is a really weird one. The uncomfortable chords mixed with Lane's vocal style here is bizarre. Chorus gets kind of normal, but then gets back to the odd verses. Bridge is the culmination of all the weirdness, and then a solo. Is that I just Godsmack. This has
I'm
always been one
making
I
note of
don't
that
like.
too.
It's just a weird fucking song, dude. And that's my notes.
Yeah. Put You Down. Another different sound, kind of closer to another Guns N' Roses type song. It's not
Yes.
far. It's not far to just label it. It's not fair, is what I meant to put. Must have been in a hurry when I was typing that out. Somebody must have walked in the door. It's not fair to just label it as that. Early 90s were just weird. Coming out of the hair bands, then you get bands like Alice in Chains, Guns N' Roses, and Skid Row, who sometimes get lumped in with the hair bands, but they all had a different sound. It's not like puppies, candy canes, and partying. It's real life situations.
Yeah.
I don't like that Skid Row gets lumped in with the hair bands, even though I love hair bands, and that's it's just I don't think Skid Row is a hair band. They just had hair.
What do you think Skid Row is?
I think they're closer to Alice in Chains type.
Yeah. Okay.
It's real life shit. It's not
Yeah. It's
what I
not.
mean. Not
Yeah.
all their song like because I mean people mainly know I Remember You and 18 in Life. Which 18 in Life is I could see that being an Alice in Chains song.
Yeah.
And then song, Youth Gone Wild and fucking,
It's such a cool song.
it's such a great song. And Slave to the Grind, dude, that was not a
Yeah,
fucking
such a
hair
great
band
song.
song.
No, you're right. That's very true. They're not a hair band. They just happen to have
And
hair and
and
in that era.
GNR was not either at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Fun
mean, they
fact, I was almost named after Sebastian Bach.
really.
Yeah. I was almost named fucking Sebastian, dude.
Shout out to Mama Zendel. I
I
probably would
would
have
not have
liked
been
you
happy
more.
with that. I wouldn't have liked myself if my name was Sebastian. I just
I
What
think
are you
he would
gonna
have
call me,
said.
Seabass?
I think he would have said "mother trucker" a lot, like he does.
Yeah.
What's up, mother
What's
truckers?
up, mother trucker?
Do you think he would have like model trains?
Oh yeah, of course. They'd be sending weed across the Canadian border.
That's such a great episode.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Godsmack, not to be confused with the shitty band that came out a couple of years later. This is a
Yeah.
big pep up after the last two songs. What's up with Lane's voice though? He sounds like he's in the Lollipop Guild. We represent the Lollipop Guild. The
Yeah,
Lollipop Guild.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
He's in fucking Munchkin Land.
Yeah,
It was weird. The song's
it's
cool, but that part is just fucking odd.
just too. This is a song that I like. I can't even remember what the music sounds like because I just can't get that out of my head. The
It's fucking weird.
yeah, I don't like it. I
Yeah.
never have. I've always thought it was just like cringy. Like if I was gonna give somebody the album, I'd be like, yeah, just skip track 9 because it gets weird.
Yeah.
Like
So we're
don't.
giving it to the Guns N' Roses song.
I uh, I know Godsmack is them, and that's contrary to what I said on the last one. But yeah, I think I have to give it to the Guns N' Roses
Yeah,
song.
but he didn't sing
It's
like he was on the Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah, and it's just kind of Jerry doing guitar shit that's really cool, and the rest of the band. So Put You Down's good, and Lane makes it. They make it their own. So
Yeah.
Put You Down wins for me there, just because I can't. That's just weird. That Godsmack thing's weird. Um, this next one, I guess, is win by proxy because track 10 against track 10 here. Confusion is an actual song, and Untitled is like just a bunch of weird noises.
Hang on though, because Facelift only has 12.
Yeah.
And Dirt has 13.
Oh yeah, never mind.
So we take it out.
Yeah, we can do Confusion versus Hate to Feel.
Do you want mine for Untitled / intro / dream sequence though? My note?
Is that the note?
Do you want my note for it though?
Yeah, sure.
It's okay.
Okay, cool. Mine just says speaking of weird, dot 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 dot.
Yeah, it was strange, dude.
Yeah. Speaking of doing drugs.
So it's Confusion versus Hate to Feel.
Yes.
Yes.
And I got to make sure not to get confused with the rest of this.
You don't want to be involved in any confusion.
Untitled is just a weird one. Okay, Confusion. Slowed it down a bit. Love, sex, pain, confusion, suffering. Love, sex, pain, confusion, suffering. This one hits the mark for the grunge genre for sure. Slower paced, misery, catchy chorus, hummy lyrical content. Lane could do all that hummy stuff though because it was his thing and it fit. Okay, and the solo is good how it follows the notes. Yeah, of course I had to mention that. The solo's always good. It's Jerry.
Cheering.
Hate to Feel. Grunge weird again. Love the verse around grunge weird again. Love the verse around the 1 minute mark. It's that stop start style with the guitar breaks while the drums play. This has some Sabbath feels to it with the first part of the verse. Second part of the verse I dig. Chorus is cool too. I like the double vocal part at the second chorus as well. Solo with bass and light drums with the pickup is sweet too. Solo's always sweet. Yeah.
Confusion. This gives the feeling of an apology letter put to music. Lane is sorry for what he's done, but he just wants to set you free. But it's all his fault as he recognizes his disease. Love how that kind of just flows together. Verses are very somber and a lot of energy and passion in the chorus. And then get ready to shit a brick. Hate to Feel. An ode to Black Sabbath, maybe?
Weird. Yeah.
This one has a cool sound, though. A predecessor to Limp Bizkit. Were they a major influence on Korn and Mudvayne? Any questions I'm asking are actual questions. Jerry with a cool Hendrix style solo, fucking killer.
Always.
That was super
Um,
weird. As soon as you said Sabbath, I was like, no fucking way.
yeah, because it had that like doomy guitar
Yeah.
line that was played. I like "Hate to Feel." I think it's a cool
Mhm.
song. I think it's a really cool song, and the core, like I said, it's one of those. It's got that again. That's always the catchy, hooky kind of chorus that they can do, and when they're doing their harmony, it just they can make everything catchy and
But
hooky.
did
Plus
you?
this,
But what I was saying about the Limp Bizkit Corn Mudvayne thing, were they like? They were like the song just sounds like a predecessor to like rap metal.
because of the way he
The
delivers
way he's
the
delivering, yeah.
yeah. I'm rehearing that one again just to see if I can spot it. Yeah, I mean, where's it at? Trying to.
It's
It's like just the verses, isn't it?
I want to say it's at least like 2 minutes in when I noticed it.
Da 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 da. Yeah, I mean that's that kind of pre-chorus sound, but
Yeah, it's just that delivery.
yeah. But no, yes, I'm sure it was. And like Rage Against the Machine, that's one that's huge for Limp Bizkit and everything. I
Yeah,
don't think there would be Limp Bizkit without Rage Against the
there was
Machine.
something that I almost typed a rage reference in, and I don't remember what it was.
Yeah. All
But
right.
we're
I
almost done.
know something about you. 80s porn intro. Classic rock riff drives the verse. Chorus, as usual, is quite catchy. And back to the porn riff. This is definitely one of those album closers or late tracks. Post chorus number two is a different song, though. It gets heavy for a bit with some scratchy stuff going on. Verse, then another chorus. I just like sometimes when I don't know what to write, I just like let you know how the song went, I
Yeah,
guess.
give us the structure of the
The
song.
ABC, AB,
Yeah,
ABC. Angry Chair. Lane wrote this song and riff. Easy riff, but it's fitting for Angry Chair. This is one of those popular but less played songs from their catalog, and I mean that like radio wise.
right.
Chorus is almost happy sounding versus the rest of the song. The music under the solo is nice with the sustained version of the da 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 da. Wow. The chorus is or the solo is playing and it's dun 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 dun, but it's more like sustained. That's what I meant. I had to explain it that way. That's my notes
Cool.
on those.
I know something about you.
Boom boom bam boom boom boom
As soon
bam
as I read the title, I
bam.
was like,
You're like, oh, that's that kiss.
holy shit. Thought Apple Music turned on Cool in the Gang or Chic in the intro, but before Lane goes, yuck.
Yeah.
Ooh, he said fuck. And he's going to tell your mama. Very different song for Alice in Chains, but I also go back to that GNR style of sound. What does he know that he's going to tell your mama?
Good question. Good
But that's
cue.
that funky porn vibe that you got with
Yeah.
Michael and the
Yes.
Gang and Chic.
Yeah. It's that like porn sound going on.
Late 70s, early 80s funk dance music. Angry Chair. Why the fuck is he so depressed and why is the chair angry? I went from vibing to just being sad. This band is so talented, but the lyrics can fuck you up emotionally. That's my
And
note. I just at that point I was like, okay, I thought we were picking it back up, and then it came back down. I was like, oh man,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah. Oh, you did Angry Chair. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, man, I know it brings you down, but I think unfortunately Angry Chair is my winner here too.
That's fine.
Because I know something about you. I mean, and it's okay to object, well, you know that.
Yeah.
But if you object, it's just that I know something
It's
about
your
you
thing,
again is
you
like
know?
it's one of those that it's just not I don't know, it's just kind of there. It's like the ending. Like the end of Dirt kicks ass. The end of Facelift is kind of where it was like, okay, let's put these extra tracks in here that we made. And it's not like they're bad. None of them are bad songs. They're just
Yeah.
like they were finding themselves on the first album.
I feel like Facelift has, it's kind of their influenced by record.
Yeah,
Even though
yeah, totally.
even though Dirt has a couple, because I made mention of, there's the Eagles one and
Yeah,
Sabbath, but
yeah,
not near as many as Facelift.
yeah. Facelift
Whereas
is like,
here they've found themselves, they've been on a big tour, they're popular, they did well with their first record. They know this one's going to be a hit, most likely. I'm sure they knew in the studio it was going to be good.
they know
Yeah,
something about you.
they know something about you. And to put a 43-second untitled song that, for whatever reason, Wikipedia decided to call it intro/dream sequence.
Oh, is that what Wikipedia called it?
Yeah.
I thought that was your note on it.
No.
Oh,
And apparently Tom Araya helped write it.
the Untitled?
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Or helped played
Helped
something on
make
it,
noise.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. But I saw it and I
Uh
was like, why? That doesn't make sense. But okay.
yeah, I don't dislike
Huh?
walking. Oh, it's my wife is walking. I don't dislike the later songs on Facelift. And Jerry Cantrell, if you're ever listening, you are my hero on
Yeah,
guitar.
you're great,
But I
man.
just and Alice in Chains is one of my favorite bands. But these songs, like, they're not bad. They're just, there's a time and place for them, and it's not like up against Dirt. It's hard to come. Like, if this was Dirt against the self-titled, then it'd probably be a different story, because it'd be like, okay, it's grunge and grunge, or
The
it's Alice in Chains, Alice in Chains.
the first guitar play, or the first Guitar World magazine I ever bought, Jerry Cantrell was on the cover.
Yeah, nice, with long blonde hair.
His long blonde hair. He
Yeah.
just looked cool.
He's such a sexy boy. He's the original sexy boy.
Like, I mean, he's got the looks.
It drives the girls wild.
Yeah.
He's got the moves that really move them too.
You think he sends chills up and down their spine?
Oh yeah, up and down their spine. He's just a sexy boy.
Sexy boy.
But vocal harmony, sexy boy, sexy boy.
Oh, now
And
I remember what I was going to ask you after we did the Friends thing. If you guys are listening to Africa by Toto, who does the high harmony? Does Mariah even sing? I mean, does she sing in the car?
she doesn't have any fun. I mean, she
Yeah,
just
that makes
I'm
sense.
just kidding.
Fucking funny, Duddy.
I mean, it's probably usually me doing the high anytime we harmonize.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And but she'll sing the high too, so it's kind of hard to pit it.
I got mad one time. We were on our way somewhere and Africa came on and she started singing that. I'm like, can you just let me do it? She goes, why can't I sing that part too? I'm like, because that's my part.
Yeah, look, I'm the high guy here.
I was like, you just sing the main verse.
Yeah.
Sing that main line, and I'm gonna go up above you. She's like, God, you're so fucking picky about shit. I can't help it.
I had a text message. On beat. Sorry, got caught up doing a podcast. When we're done, if you want, I'm almost finished. Okay.
Oh, I think she's mad.
No, it's not her. It's my neighbor.
Oh.
She wanted to have a dog play date because it wears her dog out.
Oh God.
All right.
Dog thing.
Real Thing. Not to be confused with Faith No More's The Real Thing.
Yeah.
Because you could confuse that. This one has a Danzig feel to it.
Does.
The riff at first, and then here we go.
Faith No More kind of has a little bit of a, they could hang with Alice in Chains.
The riff at first, and then the later part of the verse or something. I don't know.
I don't know. This is a clip.
Yeah. This one has Danzig feel. The riff at first, and then the part of the verse. Sick riff and lyrics singing with it too.
Poison throughout.
Throughout the album, I just love Lane's delivery on all of the lyrics, aggressive and laxed where necessary. Going down them steps to nowhere, follow him down. Sexual chocolate, baby. Love that part. Um, but this song, it's like this song,
This song.
the tom beat, eerie guitar riff, sung by Jerry on the verses, with Lane joining in at the last part of each line. Chorus has that Alice in Chains aggression in Lane's voice that hits you just right. His voice is still something that gives me goosebumps when I listen. Bridge lets it shine again with some heavy riffage. If I would, could you? If I would, could you? Or if I would you? Anyways, yeah, Would is like one of my, again, one of those. It's a hit, but it's also a very good song.
It's one of those.
It's one of those.
Real thing. Another cool bluesy song. Metal George Thorogood. Really cool sound. Love the groove on the verses. Ha 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 ha. Sexual chocolate, baby.
Yeah.
I almost had snot come out of my nose when I heard that.
Maybe that's where Mark Henry heard it from.
It's
Sexual chocolate.
Whoa. And I want to give it all to you.
I want to give it all to you.
Yeah, right. All right,
All
Would. Maybe their most popular song. Maybe you can give it to Man in the Box, Rooster, or Them Bones. But I think in most music circles, this one wins. Not a lot to say about this one. Well constructed, not as depressing, and find more background vocals than I've noticed on the last half of this record. A smooth solo from Jerry.
Smoothie.
Those are my notes.
Yeah, the Danzig song is really cool. I actually really like that song.
Yeah, it ends with sexual chocolate.
That's pretty big. I mean, that's big points.
Badass.
But Wood is like, it's the song, you know. Dirt has so many of those songs, and Facelift also does, but it's like the hit, and then the rest of them are like the other, like the ones that were almost hits.
Yeah, it's got Man in the Box, and then it's like, this could have been a hit.
Yeah, Bleed the Freak, Sea of Sorrow, Love, Hate, Love. Early on, it was. Yeah, and then you got, you know, many others.
Dirt has 3 of their biggest songs.
The big ones, yeah. So I'm pretty sure Dirt won. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, versus 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So Dirt wins.
That's a runaway.
But yeah, Wood. I mean, that's another. Yeah, I can go on about it. Forever,
and I mean, there was a few. I mean, we talked. I mean, I feel like that was a little more even than 8-4 because there was a few where like I like this one, but
yeah, we can almost say like it's 8-4 technically, but it's really like 8-6 or 7.
Yeah, and at that point, you're just like, just put it together, make it a double album.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one record.
It's Load and Reload.
Yeah.
Except like I said earlier, I like Load better, so never mind.
No, it's not like that. It's nothing like that. It's like Use Your Illusion 1 and 2.